Welcome back to the Cinematic Boys podcast. Of course, it's your host Dakota, but I'm always joined by my best friend and co-host Bilal. What's up, Bilal? How are you doing?
Who are you? yeah. I'm MBK. I'm with this guy.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, stranger. How you doing?
Why you call me a stranger? We've been on here for like 70 some episodes
I
between
I
this and the reviews.
I think I got memory loss, man.
But guys, today we got a special episode for you. We are going to be doing our movie review of Havoc today.
Yeah, I find Dory, by the way.
But before we get into our review, let's do what we have watched this week. So, Bilal, I'll let you go first.
All right. Excuse me. That's my inner Matthew McConaughey coming in. The first things first I saw was Minecraft.
Wait, did you watch that last week though?
Oh shit, I did. I
I think you
saw
did. You watch it again?
I saw Ash.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Ooh. I didn't see it. Haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for
My
that show
boy
to release.
Ito's so dirty, bro. By the way, this movie has jump scares every 5 seconds and the most annoying jump scares I ever seen. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Oh, give me a headache. Anyways, ugh. But in the bright side, I saw Batman Ninja 2. Loved it. It was great. And then I saw Habit. And then I saw Counting Two today. I absolutely loved it. John Bernthal, Ben Affleck's chemistry was fantastic. The movie was hilarious. Definitely a different tone from the first movie because the first one was more serious, and this one is more comedic. It reminded me of Bad Boys a little bit. Yeah, all fun. Watch it right now.
Did you
Don't
watch the
wait.
first one?
Yeah, I saw the first one in theaters in 2016. I re-listened did this first one again and gave it 5 star because that was perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So for my watches this week, I only watched two movies. Beforehand,
Slacker.
okay, I'm just gonna say if you guys got PSVR, definitely use this. I'm gonna tell you guys for two reasons. And if you don't get PSVR, VR too, especially VR, because I just got my PlayStation 4 back, and I've been watching some 3D movies. So I watched Kung Fu Panda 1 on 3D Blu-ray. Great experience. But the other movie I watched is also Havoc. If you have this or the PSV2, Havoc is only a Netflix release. If you watch on this, like I did, it's like a cinematic experience. It's like you're watching it in a theater. And I'm going to just explain that in my review and some spoiler parts for some scenes. But besides that, there's no movie news again this week. Um,
I'm gonna talk about I know what you did last summer trailer. We should probably do that.
did you watch it?
Yeah, it looks good. Let's talk about that. That we could talk about. That's
Okay, yeah, yeah, we're split on this. I want you to go first on this.
it looks good. Madeline Klein's back. That's it. We're done.
This looks horrible.
Oh, it looks bad for you?
I thought at first it was good, then I've been rewatching it over and over and over again, and it's getting worse on every rewatch of the trailer.
Oh wait, did you talk about this last week though?
No, I just talked this about this on my horror podcast.
Yeah, because like like Madam Klein was
No, you just brought it up.
bloody.
No, you just brought it up the whole entire time during the episode. We didn't even go. You just started talking about Pine Climb being bloody.
Yeah, because like that was the bomb, right? And then it exploded and she
Yes.
started bleeding. Obviously,
No,
that's
she's
how
not.
she.
Oh my goodness. We're back to back weeks of blood. She's not bleeding.
That's how she died, man.
No, it's a metaphor for blood.
What if she's the final killer? That'd be a twist. Whoa. screen.
That, or I was wondering, the monster show with the Mendez brothers. You know how one of them's in this movie.
Sure.
They never showed him in the trailer. I'm wondering if he is the killer.
Maybe you're the killer. Don't,
What?
don't, don't.
What the fuck? But besides that, there's nothing big else for trailers this week. Wise?
Oh, I
No,
mean, well, let's talk about Thunderbolts. Like having really good reviews. That's pretty exciting stuff.
that and I kind. Did you ever watch the Wednesday trailer?
No, I have not, but I've seen that Red Guardian popcorn bucket. But
Ooh,
yeah,
yes.
that looks.
Wait, do you guys got that over there in Canada, or is it just for the
Yeah, yeah,
U.S.
we
for
do
us?
a landmark. Yeah, we got them.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for that. Hopefully, my theater can get one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get that. Are you gonna try to get one of those popcorn buckets?
Nah, I don't got space for that.
But what have you been hearing about these early reviews about Thunderbolts?
People like it. That's it.
I don't know. I've been hearing some people say the MCU's back. I'm like, pump the brakes, pump the brakes,
I
just a
mean,
little bit.
I think it's gonna be the direction the MCU's back, but I think Fantastic Four is gonna be like, wow, the MCU's back kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the way it's going.
Because I know one of our mutuals said like block everything like Thunderbolts wise and like Marvel Studios on Twitter. So I have done that. So I haven't got no spoilers. I'm gonna stay on off TikTok a little bit from like Thursday to what I see on Saturday. So I don't get, especially that end credit scene. I heard that end credit scene really sets up like the future of like what probably Doomsday is gonna be.
I guarantee the end credit scene is probably Doomsday showing up, right? Like
No,
that's
I'm thinking
the
that's the rumor that is that he's going to show up at the end of Fantastic Four.
nice.
Technically, I don't know what they're going to do also with the Thunderbolts, but hopefully it's something good. But besides that, let's get into our review this week for Havoc. So, Bilal, you want to go first with your movie review? Spoiler
All
free, of
right,
course.
spoiler free. Give me a second.
Oh no, I know. Here's Bilal's weekly dose of like promoting Raid.
Um,
Also, shout out to our 26 subscribers from our Raid episode. We really appreciate you guys.
well, as you could tell, I'm a massive fan. I got it wrong. Give me a second. That's departed.
Yeah, that's not how it was directed. That is so much different than the Raid. Now he comes with the right movie.
By the way, watch
I
the.
can't believe you picked up the. I can't believe you picked up
Okay,
the Departed.
listen. They both had the same font, bro. Stop. Anyways, I am a massive fan of Garrett Edmonds' movies. I have Merow Tao, his first movie directed by him, starring Eco, about a person going to the real life world, try to build a civil school. Really great movie. And then you have the Ray movies, arguably some of the best action movies of all time. So I was obviously really excited to see what Gary Evans would do with Havoc, especially with Tom Hardy having a background martial arts, which this movie shows really well because Tom Hardy is absolute badass as a character of Walker. I just the action is hard hitting, but it takes a while to get there because it's more of a detective story that remind me a lot of the Batman a little bit. It give me Batman vibes. The city remind me of New York at some points for some reason, but I like the action. The choreography is really solid. The story gets really confusing at some points, but I know it's a really solid movie though. Forrest Whitaker was fantastic as well, and speaking of Havoc, the actors who played the assassin, like one of my posts on Havoc that I posted like 3-4 months ago, which was really cool. But yeah, Those are my thoughts. Solid action movie. I really enjoyed it.
So before I get into Havoc, the only two movies I've seen for Garrett Evans is both the Raid movies. Shout out to you. Definitely go check out the episode, guys, if you haven't. And shout out again to our 26 subscribers here on the podcast from the episode. We really appreciate you guys. And this is definitely an episode that you guys will want to stay tuned to. So, besides that, I haven't seen his first one, the one you were talking about with Eco, but I know he's done two horror movies. And of course, it's a big horror fan. I haven't seen them, but they've been on my list. He does a segment in VHS too. Then he does Apostle with Dan Stevens.
Yeah, and I mean, you can really tell he's a horror director because and having so many kills remind you a little bit of horror movies, especially during the end. Well, we'll talk about it.
But going to this, Bilal was hyping this up all the time. Like he knew, like a year ago, I knew about this movie come out, and after watching it, especially out on this VR, um, I really liked it. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. You're right. The action is it's so good. I was thinking because of course this is not your generic like the Raid 1 and 2 and just those kung fu type of moves. Yeah, so was thinking what's it gonna go into, right? But he does have a lot of kung fu in this, and he still puts that Japanese Korean culture into this movie. And I really
Indonesian.
was it Indonesian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Indonesian culture really in this movie, which I really appreciate that because he didn't like.
I believe he dived into Hong Kong kung fu style instead, but let me confirm that 1 second.
But
Uh,
I'm glad he went back into like the culture aspects of like kung fu and everything for this, and mixing with your American elements of the cops in New York, being of course Tom Hardy, Timothy Olyphant's in this as a cop, and this I like this cast. Of course Timothy Olyphant, Tom Hardy is in this. Forrest Whitaker's in this. I really enjoy all these performances in this. There were some there were some moments this reminded me of a GTA video game.
yeah,
And
I mean,
I would explain that there was one scene I'm like, holy crap! If they could ever make a movie, give it to Gary Evans. I would want to see a movie.
hell, give Gary Evans a Fast and Furious movie to direct.
To
I'm
be
just,
honest, I would know the piano. To be honest, I would.
I mean, like the opening car chase scene, so well shot and so intense. It was great. And then in Raid 2, you have that car chase scene with Eco. Well, and then his buddy Ika try to help him out, get out of the situation, and that's super intense. They have bikes, they got cars. It was really intense and well choreographed. So I could definitely see Gary Evans doing like Fast and Furious s movie. You
If
know?
he did, if he has Eco as a villain, he needs to do better than what they did with Mile 22 with Eco, with him being the villain in that.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Evans always has Ego as a hero, so I definitely want that to be a switch and have him as a villain. That'd be really, really cool. But director that made Ego a villain, Timo Django, who's going to do Nobody 2. Speaking of his movie, Watch the Night Comes for Us, really brutal action, and Timo is another director with a horror background, and Gary Evans and Timo are really great friends too. So they kind of swap places. So looks like Garrett's probably gonna go towards more horror, then we're going Timo going towards more action movies, which is dope. We'll see. I love both directors a lot.
And not only is Timo doing Nobody 2, he's also doing The Beekeeper too.
Yeah, he has a busy schedule and he's also working on the Shadow Strays too. So he's doing a lot of action movies, which is going to be super exciting. Busy guy now. It's great. I'm excited.
Have you heard anything more about Gary Evans after this? Like, was his next project?
I'm not sure, because remember this movie took what 4 years to be released. It was supposed to be released in 2021, and it got scheduling conflicts, and the pandemic happened, and the Hollywood strikes happened. So it's realistically a miracle that this movie came out, and the fact that this movie is still really good is impressive and shows how much skill Gary Evans has as a director to overcome all these obstacles to make a movie. Um, I definitely think Netflix probably took some control of Gary Evans, because there's some CGI which is not really Gary Evans as style, because Gary Evans loves his practical action that we've seen in the Ray movies and Mare Hotel and Gangs of London season one. So yeah, so
But I can't hit on any more things about this movie, but because I say all perfectly, and that little discussion we had right there was perfect. So let's get right into spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen Havoc, everyone can access this. You don't have to go to theater. You can pop it on from your house on Netflix. You just need a Netflix membership or subscription, of course. So definitely go watch this movie. Go watch it, come back, and press play on the spoiler part. So below, let's get right into it. How did you feel about the opening scene?
oh, the opening scene, like the opening car chase scene you're talking about, or the
Yeah,
narration of Tom Hardy's character in the opening, that
let's
was really,
go. Let's go into the car chase scene because I kind of wanted to go back on that narration once we get to that point in the movie.
yeah. I love the car chase scene. I love how fast paced it was, and it just opens up with a bang, because it was really intense. You hear a lot of gunshots, you hear the police sirens. It was a really well shot car chase scene that makes you feel a part of the environment, part of this movie, which is something that Gary Evans does a really great job at. And the camera work is super focused, even though it's really fast paced. I thought it was a really solid scene.
Okay, for me, there was a lot of things with this thing. I like that fast paced, high octane action in this. I like you said the camera work and everything. There was points of this I thought this was shot behind a CGI screen for some things.
Yeah, definitely was. And then again, I'm not going to say Gary Evans choose the CGI thing. It's probably all the reshoots that Netflix made this guy do. And then they're like, oh, this movie is going probably not the right direction. And Netflix like, no, you had to use CGI here. I don't know how the conversation would go, but that's why I imagine that happened during the opening scene to make it feel a little weird, a little fake at some points. But other than that, I thought it was solid.
Um, besides that, do you want to go into our next part of what we talked about with the beginning part, the little monologue, and how that is involved in this?
I'll let you dive into that. I don't really remember it too much, so I just might need a little refresher for that.
But so the beginning is, of course, Tom Hardy going through this monologue, and he's throwing this barrel because it's at his lake house. We find out his fishing father's fishing house. We find out, of course, right near the end. He's throwing his barrel, and then it goes like screenshots of a guy like laying on the floor covered in blood, and he's dying, and you're like assuming that the guy's body's in the barrel.
Yeah.
But we find out later on that in multiple things because there's a guy that says there's something that happened before, and this is when we get it of because during the whole chase scene, of course, one of the officers gets a whole bunch. I think it's like cocaine or something, or like chemicals.
Yeah.
He brings in, so he's in the hospital. But while he's like dazed and confused from it, he tells
Case of
his wife,
confused.
or like unconscious from it, like
Yeah.
not coherent. That's what his wife said. Um, that she was talking about something about him, Tom Hardy, and three other dudes doing a couple years ago, and that they're going probably that he don't know what to do, and it shows the flashback of them trying. I forgot what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to
Yeah.
steal something at the time.
Yeah. I think so too. But more you talk about it, it's more about like corruption, because Walker is a dirty cop. he doesn't play by the book. He does some dirty things, but he has a good heart behind him to have like the heroic feel of him. And I feel like he has that regret of that opening scene that we've seen, especially with how the ending plays out too. So I like that character development of the character to have some corruption in him, and it just makes the character feel more human, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and like not only that, but I think it really shows because, of course, um, he hits this guy right in the face, right, and this
Yeah,
guy is dying, and of course they find out that this dude's an undercover cop, and he's a good undercover cop. And Tom Hardy's character of Walker wants to take him to the hospital, and of course we find out that Timothy Oliphant is a bad guy in this.
yeah,
He's a corrupt cop also, and he just shoots the guy straight in the head. And I
yeah,
think it's the regret of Walker. He knows he's a dirty cop, but he don't want to deal with it all the time and like embrace it like these other guys are.
exactly, yeah. Which I like though, but again, it makes him more human because you understand the emotional pain of him not able to save the undercover cop. But it also shows how ruthless the main villain is in this movie. So having that balance check out is really great. I want to dive into the plot. The politician's son getting in trouble. That whole gun, like the whole shootout scene, was intense. It was bloody. It was gruesome. I really enjoyed it. And then you have that. After that, you have that conversation between Forrest Whitaker and Tom Hardy, which that perfect chemistry together. By the way, like I love the scenes between them, having a conversation of Forrest telling him to bring his son back because his son got in trouble. He didn't kill nobody, but he started a gang war in the city, and I thought that was really interesting, and I appreciate what Garrett Evans did with it.
The best part I think of that whole from the shootout scene in there to the talking between Forrest Whitaker and Walker
Yeah,
is when Walker is standing there at the crime scene and you see the him imagining what happened
yeah.
at the time. I thought was so perfect because I don't know if Garrett Evans did this in the raid or not, because I have a feeling he done something like this.
Garrett Evans didn't do in the raid. I mean, this is his first time doing some. No, he did in Gangs of London season 1, but I don't remember him doing the raid movies though. Because Gangs of London, obviously it's a British show, but it follows a detective trying to fight through corruption too. So I feel like he did something like that in that show, and which I'll watch, which is great. First season's fantastic, and then it goes downhill, but that's because Gary Evans stopped directing the show.
But I love that it's like you said, it's violent. This movie is very, very violent. Like the raid movies are violent, but this goes into I think a little bit more violence than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, especially for a Hollywood movie, definitely so.
But was this always going to be at Netflix, or was this just shot by Netflix?
I think it was always going to go on Netflix because Gary Evans made a deal with Netflix. That's why his movie with Dan Stevens was on
Oh,
Netflix
Apostle.
too. Impossible, and then he brought this movie onto Netflix. Maybe that's why we haven't seen a lot of Gary Evans movies because of the contract. I don't know. I really want to see Gary Evans do more stuff. I'm not sure he's directing anything else soon though. I'm probably gonna look that up soon, but yeah.
The next thing I really want to talk about is the club shootout.
Oh,
I or do you want to talk about something else before we get there?
I think we should talk about the politician's son and well, probably his girlfriend. I imagine so, because I thought their scenes together was really excellent too. But I also want to talk about Sonny Pang. You probably don't know him. I'll pull up a picture of him because he plays a villain uh, in a Timu movie called Headshot, and he is a fantastic actor that I want to show some love to. Just I cannot find him right now. Give me a sec. Cut this part out. It's taking forever.
No, no, I can talk real quick. Um,
There he is. This guy right here.
oh yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah. I love the serious tone of him. He is a menace too, right? Because before the whole shootout scene that got his son in trouble, so the character knew something was up, like what's up, and he just went upstairs and just kind of escaped, right? So I like that they made this character super smart. I really enjoy what they did with Sunny in this movie.
I like his character because is he the one that gets the text at the beginning?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I like his character a lot in this. From acting on both sides of the good side, acting like he's good with all the gangsters, but then he's over here with the dirty people, which I'm not going to spoil it quite yet. Who is the masked people quite yet? That done the shootout scene at the very beginning. But back to the relationship between the main characters of the politician's son and his girlfriend. I thought there was some really great chemistry in there,
yeah.
especially the beginning. I really like his this actor who plays the politician's son. He kind of reminds me a little bit of another guy that had just had a Netflix movie released this past couple months ago, and that is shit. Um, who plays on Rebel Ridge?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Aaron Pierre.
Yes, he reminded me a lot of Aaron Pierre. Um, a little bit in the face, but his mannerisms in that, and I can see this
Um,
guy getting pretty good bit of roles in the future from this movie.
all right. The actor you're talking about in this movie, his name is Justin Cornwell.
What else has he played? Anything else besides this?
He was in the show called Train Day, which is not good apparently. Nah, not really. I could definitely see him more stuff. I'm curious to know who the girl actor was
Wait,
though.
are you looking on Google for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look on Letterboxd and see if I can get anything. So yeah, I'm looking into this. Yeah, he's not done mostly anything that I could think of.
Apparently he was in the Umbrella Academy.
Oh, he
That
is okay.
But I want to talk about that his girlfriend actor because she was
Oh,
a
Mia.
badass. Yeah, she was such a badass in that movie, bro. Like, I want to see a solo action movie with her. I think she could definitely do a lead role for that.
You
I
know
thought.
this is her. This is her only feature film.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Yes.
impressive, man. Yeah, props to her. Props to her.
You know what I love in this movie? He just gets a little bit of scenes though, but it's like hell yeah, it's Luis Guzman.
Yeah, Luis Guzman's a lot of fun. I want to give a shout out to Michelle Watterson Gomez because she like my posts, you know. But anyway, she plays the main assassin, and when she shows up with like some. I think she has the best fighting scenes in the movie. I think Michelle Gomez, because she was a ex USC fighter, and she was fantastic. I thought she was brilliant in this movie.
Another great performance is Jesse Ming Lee playing Ellie in this.
Oh yeah, Jesse Mealy. Yeah, yeah, she was fantastic. I loved her too.
I just looked her for filmography. I need to rewatch this movie to find out where she's in it. She was in Last Night in Soho.
Oh yeah, I think she had a really small role though.
I need to find out where she is in that movie. Um, I think that besides those two, I think that might be her only stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, because yeah, that's the only two things. Because of course it's like series and like short films, but she's really good in this. I like her chemistry with Tom Hardy Walker. I gotta stop saying Tom Hardy
I mean
Walker.
Tom Hardy is Walker because
Yeah,
Tom
but
Hardy plays Walker. You
I gotta
know.
stop saying the actor's name. I gotta say the character's name. But I like the Ellie's and Walker's chemistry between each other. Of course, of Ellie being the good cop, while Walker is being the corrupt, dirty cop, but keeping
Yeah.
like secret.
Yeah, speaking of his corruption, his torture scene to get info, that was really intense. That was great. Yeah.
Remind me a lot of a Ray movie. So much right there.
Yeah.
Oh, then the fucking doctor. He's like, dude's like, you betrayed me. Everything. The doctor's like, it's just like killing the fucker over here. I'm thinking, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. That's just Gary Evans right there. That's him in the fullest, bro.
Yeah, he's just it's brutality. It's not full of blood and stuff right there, but the brutality of that scene, and you know what's happening right there, like you said, is really Garrett Evans. Um, do you want to hit on anything else before we get into the club scene?
Um, remember that scene, like the traffic scene, and there's person trapped like in traffic, and there's like people coming, and there's like a little shootout scene. Yeah, that was good
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
yeah. Of when they're trying to that is that after the club scene though?
I don't know. I need to rewatch this movie now.
I think it's after the club scene because of course the club scene is we find out that because Tom Hardy knows because he goes to Luis Guzman's place and he finds out where Mia and her boyfriend is at, and he goes there. He because it's the phone. Because remember, Luis Guzman's character said, "You never call me. I call you. I text you." So she saw the text because, of course, Walker has the phone. So she goes to the club, meet at 9 o'clock. Walker comes up and she's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he's like, "I'm a cop." But she tries to run away. He's like, "I'm trying to help y'all." And
Yeah,
she's like, and she sees he sees Timothy Oliphant and them walk in. She looks down. She's like, he's like, "Why are you running?" She's like, "That's the people. That's the mask hockey people." And that's when you find out that um, who was the character again that was at the door?
the Sunny Penn character,
Yeah,
or
yeah, Sonny Payne. Um, that Sonny Payne, his character, has hired Timothy Oliphant and all the corrupt cops to. Of course, they were hired to kill the main mob guy, but of course these two were there, so they have to kill them also, so they don't know anything about this.
yeah. I was looking up what the character of Sunny Payne's character was. Um, Walker Ellie Whitson. That was Timothy's character. Gotcha. Charlie. Oh yeah, kid's name's Charlie. Okay, Charlie Mia. Okay. Oh, Shang. Okay, that's easy.
Shang, okay, Shang.
Wait,
So of
did I
course
say that right? Ching.
Chang
Chin.
is
Chin.
it Chin? It may be Chin. I'm
It's
sorry if
probably
I got it
Jin.
wrong. Yeah,
My
okay,
bad.
so Chin hires Vince and all his cronies to do this. Of course, the Mia and Charlie are in there. And of course, they got to kill both of them because, of course, they can't get. If they got two witnesses, you got to take them out so you can get away with your thing.
Yeah.
But of course, Walker finds out that Vincent was hired by Chang to do this, and they go. So they go this way. All of a sudden, at the time this happens, the mother of the main guy, who's over the whole um drug area or like the little gang of that area, has came back home and she's pissed. So she sends the guys out also
Yeah.
because of course she thinks that Mia and Charlie is the real killers. And you get a great action scene in this club of kung fu, gunfighting, knife fighting,
Yeah.
brutality all over the place.
I mean, you not only got Tom Hardy kicking ass, you got Mia kicking ass, you got Charlie kicking ass, you have all three people kicking ass in one club scene. And you know Gary Evans could do a good club scene. You've seen The Raid too. You've seen that whole club scene in that movie. Obviously, he does a fantastic job, but I want to say this club scene remind me more of John Wick though. Way more
Okay, I
John
kind
Wick.
of thought this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not mad though because I like the John Wick like club scene. This remind me a lot of John Wick 4,
Yeah, one hundred
and
percent. But
I'm not mad about that because I
I
love John
mean,
Wick 4.
Gary Evans did club fight scenes before John Wick. If you see Mayor Hotel, he does a great one with Ego. But with that being said, fantastic scene. I love the orange colors too. Like the orange color, just neon color, just adds so much to the scene. I love it.
I love cinematography. I love the fight choreography. I love the music in the background of the club. Just like boom, 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 like the club music going on.
Yeah,
And it cranks up. It's like a John Wick scene. You know how you get that loud, intense music of like
yeah,
that dancing club music when they start fighting? Perfect.
yeah. I'm wondering if Garrett Evans has a symbolism with the orange because Hardy's wearing orange. The Havoc, title is orange. I wonder if there's a symbolism of why you choose orange for this movie a lot. The club fight scene, the lights are orange, so I'm just kind of curious about that.
I don't know. He probably did something for that. But after that, this whole entire thing, this is when we get the street shootout that you're talking about, which I
Yeah,
like that. It's a good carryover of that really high action. I feel kind of sad because one of their best friend gets killed.
yeah. Also, that scene kind of remind me a little bit of Sicario, a little bit, a tiny bit. Like
Okay.
the highway scene.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Oh, it did a lot, man. I didn't think of that.
I don't know why I watched too many action movies. I'm like, oh, this remind me of this action movie. This remind me of that. I don't know. I just love the
Man, that
action movies. I'm
man,
sure
that
you do.
makes
I'm sure you do that with horror movies too, right? Oh, that horror movie remind me of that one. Like because us creators, we get influence from other projects, and they take influences from them, just add their own spin to it and do something different with it, which I love. I
kind of
love
like what
cool.
Kugler did with Sinners.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, maybe he did, maybe because of course this movie was made after like Sicario and them, so probably took some inspiration from some scenes in
Yeah.
that. But do you want to talk about anything else before we get to the final, like final fight?
Let's go to the final fight, man. I mean, we talked
Oh
about this.
no, no! Before that, can we go into the conversation that the mother of the main leader and force worker characters has before they head off?
Yeah, sure, go for it, man.
I like this scene a lot because it shows that these two people, even though both of them are like corrupt higher power, of course she's the mother of a gang like leader, and then of course Forrest Whitaker is a corrupt politician. They love their kids no matter what. Like she said, um, the only thing that she loves in this world is her son.
Yeah.
And
And
but you
then
get, I love that this is the one scene I love because they're in the car when this happens, and Forrest Whitaker's like, Charlie. I haven't seen Charlie in a long time, and he's like, he really did not like me and got away from me when his mother passed away. He blamed me so much on that, and you can see on the mother's face of the gang leader that she was about to cry because it was like a little connection of their like she lost her son because he got killed, but Forrest Whitaker's character has lost his son and is still out there, but it's because of something that he can't control.
yeah, yeah, I like that too. Well, the final showdown. I mean, you see them getting captured. But I want to talk about the assassin and Tom Hardy fight, Walker fight. Yes, that was great, man. You see the assassin's full skill sets. You see Michelle Watterson Goldman's full fledged martial arts skill sets as she carried over from the USC into this movie, and was absolutely kicking ass to Tom Hardy until oh a kill that happens. And it's my favorite kill in this whole movie is probably the fisher hook through
The
her
harpoon
mouth.
gun. It's the
Yeah,
harpoon gun. Yes, I thought.
harpoon. Yeah,
Yes, holy crap!
I will. I'm like, yeah, this Garrett Evans. This is why horror directors who know how to do action movies deliver some of the best gruesome kills in an action movie or horror movie. Because you can really tell this is like a horror type of kill. You know, you're not going to typically see that in an action movie, right? But I love that. That was good.
I like that. I kind of like that scene because it shows that it shows like the culture difference. Because of course, because did you ever find out if they're Indonesian or Hong Kong?
I think they use Hong Kong influences in this one, but I know this cast is really diverse because it goes into different cultures, like British, American, Indonesian. Let me see. What? Let me see. I know Michelle Gomez is Filipino, I believe. Yeah.
But for
National.
this karate fight scene, it shows the difference between cultures of one's like really good karate, and of course like one's American that knows some karate, but it's not like full force of like he knows what he's doing. He's getting his ass kicked.
Oh, Jesse May Lee is British and Chinese. Hmm. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. So it shows the difference between them, but of course you get that horror elements in there, like as being like a horror fan, Bilal is right. The when of course when she kicks the panel down and she moves everything around and you see that it's like a little jump scare because he has that harpoon gun, he just shoots her is like something that you would not expect to happen. And like you're kind of saying, it's that horror, not the not only the jump scare, but the kill style was like a horror kill that you would see in the movie.
Yeah, and well, when you get into Timo stuff, you're really going to see his horror as action more. I'm talking about a different director, but I'm just talking about Timo because he's about to do Nobody 2, so we're definitely going to be diving into his action movies soon. But yeah, I mean, Gary Evans does the same thing. Like, for example, in the raid, there's like scenes of Gary Evans using like darkness really well to have like a little horror esque feeling to it, and then he does this with harpoon gun. So I just like the fact that he has some horror elements in his action movies. I think it's brilliant.
I think it's brilliant also. But the thing I love the most in this is when the whole entire gang shows up, right? And it's the whole shootout scene that they have, especially when they get inside the house.
Yeah,
You got the what you gonna say something?
I was gonna say they use slow mo really well during Gold
Yes,
shootouts.
I was thinking Zack Snyder. Take notes. I was thinking that actually.
Actually, It remind me of Hong Kong John Woo movies because if you still need to see Horrible. I'm trying to get you on that, but John Woo, like his Hong Kong stuff, he uses a lot of slow mo, but it's really, really well paced slow mo and is well shot slow mo. And yeah, Zack Snyder should probably take some notes on how to do slow mo properly. But yeah,
But this whole entire gunfight, I love it's like 5 minutes long. It's really cool. It's really fast. It's really quick. It's very violent.
yeah,
It really sinks you in. And I think watching it on the VR and like just like having that kind of like in the theater, like you know how you're locked in on the screen no matter what, you don't have no distractions around you like you at home. I had that, and I was absolutely locked in. Loved every moment of it. Just from the different ways they were. They were under like they were outside through the windows. They were under the house. The under the house shoot of when they find out, and he just goes on. And he just like shoots them all out from under the house.
yeah.
Thought that was really cool. Um,
The emotions of Force Venger's character sacrificing himself, that was damn, that was heartbreaking.
and of course we get. Of course, what happens is that Charlie and me are pulled out of the house. Of course, Walker's in there after the fight with um that big fight with the harpoon gun, and we get this scene of like you said, like they Forrest Whitaker's character and the main mother, and the mother comes up, and I thought this was really intense too. Of she says, "I lost the one thing I love in this world, right? But I want your son to feel the same pain." So I thought, okay, she's gonna kill Forrest Whitaker, right? No, she wants Forrest Whitaker to kill Mia,
Yeah,
and then you're about to happen, and all of a sudden Charlie jumps in, and you get this really intense scene of Charlie and Forrest Whitaker's character, a father and son, having kind of like that reconnection of all those lost years of I know what I went through with you. I know all the trouble I have. I know you don't like mom's not here anymore, but this is what I have now, and I don't want to lose what I have.
yeah, exactly. And again, like it's subtle character development. You don't have to do like a whole backstory to tell everything, but little things like that matter. And Gary Evans does a great job at doing the show, not tell thing, which is not for everyone. Maybe that's why the audience score is really, really, really low for this movie. But yeah,
And then after that, you got Ching's character of coming up with Vincent because Ellie took all of them, like captivated all of them because she dragged them in, took them there, and this is the main when the mother finds out that Charlie and me didn't kill him, that it was Vincent's. I did, and that Ching was set up. They set her son up to be killed, and she
yeah,
gets mad at everything. And then this is when bullshit goes crazy. Of course, like you said, they're going
bullshit.
or like shit goes not bullshit goes crazy, but shit goes crazy.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
of course, was the Ching's gonna kill Charlie? He was, but then no, it's not that. It's the other cop, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I fucking hate the other cop. I really hated him the whole entire movie.
yeah.
Um, he is about to kill Charlie and Mia, and Forrest Whitaker, of course, like you said, sacrifices himself. Um, like that.
Cheng. Wait, who killed Cheng again? I forgot.
Nobody.
No, Cheng got shot, didn't he not?
Yeah, it was him and Timothy Oliphant. I think they were fighting each other.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Um, but of course, you because you see Forrest Whitaker, like I said with the conversation, that Forrest Whitaker still loves his son no matter what, even though he ran away, that he will sacrifice himself for him.
Yeah.
And this, like I said, this one when shit goes all crazy, there's a whole bunch of fights because does Ching kill the mother?
I don't remember correctly, but
I think that's what happens because she tries to. Yes, because one of the guys try kicks her the gun. The gun goes under her leg, and Ching picks up and shoots her.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And then Ching dies after that. Hmm.
Because after that, that's when him and telling me all get into it, and they shoot go in that shootout. Then of course he's like laying there or saying against the car dying. Of course Ellie and the other guy go after each other like twice, but of course at the end she like kills him. Then Tom Hardy, oh no, Tom Hardy started all of this because he just or Walker comes out of the boathouse just like starts shooting everything.
Yeah.
But then that happens and then
Fun
um
fun fact: this is the only Garrett Evans movie that does have a 2v1 fight in the final act. That's just
true.
one part. That's what I'm pointing out. I really want Tom Hardy to kick two people's asses, but that didn't happen. Um,
He kicked a whole bunch of people's asses technically
yeah,
when all those people came in the house.
yeah,
Um But then, of course, we're you're thinking the story's done, but no, Vincent has went off with the money. I think it's money or something.
yeah. He was trying to get on the train, and
Yeah,
then Walker shoots him in the leg first, and then Winston's trying to crawl to get his gun, and Walker's like, don't do that," and Winston's like, you could at least help me get on the train or something. He says something like that. Yeah.
after that, Walker gets shot once, and he just like really like he shoots a whole clip into him, reloads the clip again, shoots him with the whole entire clip again.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Tom Hardy just aura forming at that point, man. Just
True.
speaking of Tom Hardy, like there's scenes where like it cuts away of him like standing or walking, and he's like looking like one of the coolest motherfuckers ever. Like, man, I love Tom Hardy.
True. And then of course he's sitting there. Vincent's dead. He's sitting there. Or no, Mia and Charlie come up and they talk to Ellie and they ask if he's gonna be okay, and they're like, yeah. And they go on because she's like, if you turn yourself in, it won't be that bad because they're gonna still come after you. And they're like, we can try to get away from it. And then Ellie goes up back to Walker. Walker, she's like, do you want like, are you okay and everything? Walker's like, yeah, but she's like, what you gonna do? He's like, I'm just gonna sit here. He's like, then she's like, what do you want me to do next? He's like, arrest me. Because he's just like gave up. He's like he's done. She's like, "Do you want me to send your daughter her Christmas gift?" He's like, "No, I don't want her to know nothing about that."
Yeah,
And
and
it's
then
the camera, and I love the camera shot at the very end, right before the credits of him just going to his face, and the score in the back end it turns black.
yeah, I love that. Man, more I talk about this movie, more I like it, and I'm like, more I look at the ratings, I'm like, did you watch the same movie as the audience? Because I know it's great, man.
But I think that is it for us talking about Havoc. But we got two rankings that we want to do before we head off.
Yeah,
First, let's get into our Garrett Evans. So I've only seen three, but you've seen five. So you've seen five, right? Or how
yeah,
many have you
five.
seen? Do you want to do your five and four before we get into their top three, and we can buzz back and forth?
Yeah, I think so. Even though I love this movie, number five is Havoc. It's a great movie. Still, I liked it. Number four is Mirab Tao with Iko Uwais. This is a movie. If you really want to dive into Indonesian culture, go watch this movie or the silly fighting style. Because this movie has some fantastic action, especially for a first time directed movie. Well, first time directed action movie with Gareth Evans. And this movie just has this story of a villager going out to the real world and trying find career opportunity and open a silly fighting style, but it runs into a girl that gets in trouble with these sex slaves and uses his silly fighting style to help these women in this movie. And I thought this movie was really excellent. And there is a really epic final showdown where Iko find two guys like the raid movies, which I loved. Whew, that was one. Wait,
That's your. Have you only seen four?
wait. Yeah, you're right. Havoc, Miratao,
And then the
direct.
other two raids.
Yeah, it's in four. My bad.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my number three. Number three, I got Havoc. Um, I'm not going to really rehash my thoughts, but you guys supposed to know how I think about this. So, Paul, if you want to go your number two.
Oh, man, my number two and one is such a toss up because man, I don't know. Ray one and two are both 5 stars for me, man. They're both fantastic movies. Right now, right now, I gotta go with Ray two. Because I feel like the story is pretty complex. I love the fact that this movie gets really deep into the corruption. These police enforcement, all these drug gang rivals in this movie, but the fight scenes are so much better in Raid 2 over Raid 1, I think, because you have the baseball fight scene, which is absolutely fire. You have the Hammer Girl, which, speaking of Garrett Evans,
Okay, Cabbage, I love your TikTok. He's like, this is why the below posted where he's like, this is why the best scene. This is what the best scene is in Raid 2. He's like, it's the hammer girl, and he shows the clip. He's like, you see, two hammers, go hard, let's go.
I got a sensitive warning on the video, but fuck it. TikTok gonna be soft. Yeah, but also the club fight scene with Yayana Rubin, amazing. And the final showdown is just really emotional. I love the Raid 2 a lot. But I could go with Raid 1 as my number one. I just love a good underdog story and having a character, a Rama, being a rugged cop that's very underestimated, but he knows how to fight, and his story of him trying to get his brother out of this um, crimes in again lead by the most dangerous crime lord being Tema, excuse me, was absolutely fantastic. And the Mad Dog and Andy Rama fight scene, probably my favorite fight scene of all time. That fight scene is absolutely fantastic, well choreographed. It shows the skill sets for each individual actor and the fullest potential. And this movie has subtle emotional moments that I really appreciate. And this movie just dives into the intensity from the beginning and never lets it go and goes all the way to the end.
So for my number two, I'm gonna go with the Raid 2 also. I It's a lot of what Bilal says. I like it going through the corruption and the aftermath of Raid 1, what Eco, you guys' characters going through. But the only problem for me is a little bit, even though it's still 5 star, it seems like it's a little bit too long.
I don't mind runtime. I mean, once you rewatch it, you appreciate it way more. I find, but yeah,
Then my number one, of course, is The Raid. This movie's awesome. It's violent, it's action packed, it's one location, it's everything that you want into a one location action packed movie with some horror elements in it because of like Bilal said, Garrett Evans is a horror director. And you get to see a lot of that in this, and the cinematography of the grainy dark feeling of this, chef's kiss.
facts.
Then after that, let's go where we done that. Let's go into our top five Tom Hardy movies.
All right, who's going first though?
You will go first.
Oh, you want to go first? Ooh, ho 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 ho! My number five. Ooh, that's
I'm
tough.
I got one, two. I'm trying to see because I got one, two, three. I know four, three or four.
You know what? My number five is going to be a A24 movie that has Tom Hardy. It's called Lock. This whole movie takes place in a car, and it's about Tom Hardy going through a one night stand, and he has a whole bunch of phone calls going on, but his performance is so incredible in this to the fact that I was engaged to the full runtime of log, and it's super impressive how he makes driving a car entertaining. I don't know how he does it, but he did.
Okay,
That's a
so
movie that I highly recommend checking out.
I'm trying to still figure out my number five. I think I got it. So I am going to go with a because I'm thinking one, two, three. Four. Yeah, I got my five. My fifth one, you guys are not going to even expect this one. I'm going with Venom Let There Be Carnage. I love the movie. Okay, I love Venom Let There Be Carnage. It takes your serious Tom Hardy with a little bit of mixture. Like it's Tom Hardy. I really like in this. Like the whole Carnage stuff. Like it's not that bad, but Tom Hardy in this of the dynamic between him and Venom is absolutely amazing. This is the first movie. I think the first one someone else did the Venom voice. This one he actually done the Venom voice by itself. Perfect, and I love this movie absolutely so much. So,
All
Bilal,
right.
what's your number four?
My number four is going to be an underrated movie called The Drop, which I absolutely love. This movie, Tom Hardy plays a character that works in like a bar, but it's a bar that criminals go into to do their like criminal activities or like transactions, and it's really well shot. Tom Hardy delivers a great performance. That any monologue that Tom Hardy does is chef's kiss, and that's another movie that I want people to watch more often. I still need to buy on Blu-ray, by the way.
Was it Lock or Drop?
Drop. Log was five, and four was drop.
Okay, so my number four, I'm going with the Bike Riders.
Five writers. Okay.
Um, of course, we got episode on this. If you guys want to go listen to that full breakdown of us talking about Bike Riders, but I love this movie. I love Tom Hardy's character in this. His dynamic with Jodie Comer's character and Austin Butler's character in this, being a normal guy turning into like this by gang leader, and this movie is very sad at the end. But great watch it was.
Um, I am stuck in my number three spot because it's either between Inception or Warrior, and I'm not sure which one to go with. Um, let's go with Inception number three. Because Inception is fantastic. I love the story of dreams. It's a great heist movie. It's a mysterious movie directed by Christopher Nolan. But Tom Hardy doesn't have the biggest role in this movie, however, but it's a stellar movie. It's one of my favorite Nolan movies. That's for sure.
So I was on two movies also, back and forth, but I'm gonna go with this one for number three. Also, I'm gonna go with Inception.
Inception, man.
Yeah, kind of what you're saying. I love this movie. I've only seen it once, but the first time I watched this movie, the my biggest disservice is I need to watch this on the um either on my VR or the TV. Is I watched it on my phone. And I think that's a
Bro,
bigger. I wish they would really re-release this in IMAX very
tomorrow,
soon.
tomorrow, watch this on your fucking TV and then come back to me.
Okay, I might watch it on the VR.
Yeah,
Actually,
do that, and then we should do it. Actually, man, Inception is so good. We might as well do a whole
no,
ass.
we no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for all those movies next year. Odyssey, remember, comes out, so
Oh
we're gonna be
yeah.
doing the Nolan breakdown. Hopefully, um, I love this movie so good. I love the chemistry with Leo he has. Killian Murphy, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt, great Nolan movie. It's probably top five Nolan for me.
Ooh.
So what's your number two?
My number two is Warrior, and this movie, man, this movie's emotional. It's about two brothers, going to MMA. Tom Hardy's character plays Tommy Collin, who feels portrayed from Brandon Collin because Brandon has this whole life figured out, and Tom Hardy's character feels left out, feels betrayed, and this movie has really great emotional depth, excellent fighting choreography. The MMA fights are great in this movie, and this is a movie that um I always love watching. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Then my number two is it's very underrated. I'm gonna go with Flawless.
Lawless, okay.
Have you seen Lawless?
Not yet.
Oh, it's so good. I watched this a couple years. I watched this over to like 10 years ago or more.
Yeah.
Because oh yes, it's around 10 years ago because I saw it's about the same time Furious 7 came out. It's been about it's been about 10 years. This movie is so good. It talks about the prohibition. Um, this is like Shia LaBeouf during the Transformers era. He's
Yeah.
great in this. Jessica Chastain's good in this. Guy Pearce is good in this. Tom Hardy's character is so fucking good though. He is the older brother of Shia LaBeouf, and I think Dane DeHaan's in this also.
Oh,
Let me
really?
see. Yeah. I think Dayton, Jason Clark's in this. Gary Oldman's in this. Um, really great cast, and it shows what the South is like in the Prohibition. This is directed by John Hillcoat, which let me look through his filmography. Not a lot of other stuff that you will probably know of. No, he actually done. Did you ever see Triple Nine?
No, not yet.
That's Casey Affleck. I heard that's good also. But this movie's so good. I definitely need to give another rewatch soon. Um, very sad, very tense, very if you like the it's like if you took Sinners that time and set it in the South, like really prominent South, but this is like through the alcohol part
Oh,
of it.
shit.
But then what is your number one? Because I think me and you have the same number one.
We might as well say in three, two, one, right?
Yes. Please, I hope me and you have the same number one. If we don't, I'm gonna cry.
Three,
Three,
two,
two,
one.
one.
Mad Max
Mad
Fury
Max Fury
Road.
Road.
Yeah, there we
Yes.
go. Do we need to explain? We need a whole ass podcast that's on there, bro.
No, I know. I know. We need to explain Mad Max Fury Road because you know what? To be honest with you, the 10-year anniversary. What the fuck? Why the fuck did they not release this in IMAX for its 10th year anniversary?
I know it's such a missed
Oh
opportunity.
my god! I especially where I just got IMAX. I would love to watch Fury Road. Mom watched Furiosa, hasn't seen Fury Road, and
Get her on that.
I would love to. I wish they re-release for IMAX so we could go see this in IMAX. Holy shit, this movie's so good. Tom Hardy's good in this. Charlize Theron, George Miller is always fucking cooking like he always is. The score is great.
Uh, Man, speaking of George Miller, such a diverse director. He did Happy Feet, and then he did this. Man, it's crazy,
He
bro.
done Babe the Pig.
I know he has such a weird
I love it.
filmography. I
Speak,
love the diversity. I love it. I love it.
speaking
But
of Tom Hardy,
remember how annoying I was for you to watch this movie.
speaking of Tom Hardy and Mad Max, I don't know if it's still gonna go through. Do you think they're ever gonna do the Wastelands?
Yeah, they will. They will. There's no way they're not going to do it. I know Furiosa flop, but All right, if that
Do
doesn't
you think
happen,
Tom? Do you think Tom Hardy comes back?
yes.
I hope he does. I hope.
Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy gonna be returning. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, it's so good. Fury Road's so good. Definitely need to rewatch. Its 10th year anniversary, like from its release date, is in. Let me look real quick. It's very soon, actually. Yeah, in 16 days. It's his 10th
Thank
year
you.
anniversary.
Nice.
So I'll be watching it
Um,
on that day again.
I want to do something different for this podcast.
Okay.
You're going to give me 3 movies to watch, and then we'll talk about it the next episode.
Okay, like at
And
the beginning.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, you go first though.
Oh, you mean give you 3 movies?
Yeah, go for it. Hit
Okay.
me.
Um, let me think of some movies.
Because last time we tried to do 10, that's too much. Like three is easy to
Yeah,
do, right?
let's
Yeah.
do let's do three. Um, hmm. Let me go through your watch list real quick because I know Bilal has the watch list. Go follow us on Letterboxd, of course, guys. They should be down in the description, of course. Let's go through Bilal's. First of all, Bilal's top four, great top four. Even though I've just seen two of them, we have episodes for both of them, which is, of course, the Raid and I Saw the Devil. But watch list. Oh, you got pretty good bill on your watch list. Let's do not my ratings. Let's do highest ratings on Letterboxd. Why wouldn't it not let me? What the fuck, Letterboxd? Okay, here we go. Um, I am not gonna start you off with that. Ooh, I got you one. Oh wait, you haven't seen set. You haven't even seen Interstellar.
Um, that's the only Nolan I've not seen yet.
Watch Interstellar. There you go. There's one Interstellar. Pick you up on some Interstellar right there. Then I'm going to do. Um, I'm going to actually watch it soon, so I'm going to put you onto it too. Princess Mononoke.
Oh yeah, I should watch it on IMAX when it's playing. Damn.
Then there's a Ghibli right there, and then there's a Nolan. Oh, I'm gonna give you another one. I've been really wanting to see PTA's. Oh no, let's hold off for the PTA one right now because PTA's movie's about to come up. We might be doing an episode on that. I see another one. Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray. I just haven't got around to see it yet, but
There you
okay.
go. There's no excuses.
Um, for you, I'm gonna give you an international movie first. Let's go with Train to Busan. Because you still haven't seen that yet.
Okay,
Um,
I love this pick. I love this pick. You're cooking.
and then I'm actually gonna go through my top, like my highest ratings, real quick, and choose a movie that you probably haven't seen yet, because there's a lot of movies you haven't seen
Yeah,
that
guys.
you. Sh-
If you go on my if you
um,
go on my watch list right now, it's 917 movies. That's all I'm gonna say.
um, do I want you to see this movie right now? No, I don't want to expose you like that. Not yet.
Okay, I'm kind of worried now what the movie was, but you can bitch to me after we're done recorded.
A Matrix. There we go. You haven't seen a Matrix yet, have you?
No, I haven't. Is
There
that
we
the movie you're
go.
going to expose me on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I watched the I will watch Matrix.
Okay. Okay. So we got horror action type of stuff. With well, we got sci-fi, we got horror and action with Train to Busan. All right, I'm trying to get a diverse thing going on. Um, I'll go with something more. I feel like something more intense. Um,
Okay, I do watch some fucked up shit, but how intense are we going?
actually, no, let's not go with intense, man. Let's keep it light.
This dude's I don't know what this dude's doing, guys. He's been cooking for the past two picks. So I don't know what he's going to do with the third. Is it? We're just waiting now.
I'm just thinking, bro.
I really wish I had like the Jeopardy music in the background right now, just like waiting on it.
Yeah, you can just do it, man. Do
Um,
do 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 do.
I do have a lot to watch movies I need to watch, guys.
You know what? I accidentally grabbed this movie by accident. Departed. There we go.
Okay, of Scorsese's do knock off the list. I love it.
There we go. Yeah. Um,
I
yeah.
like it. Okay, so for me, Trade to Busan, The Matrix, The Departed.
I give you
You
a great list, man. That's solid right there.
you gonna get Apocalypse Now.
Wait,
You
how
got
long is?
Interstellar.
Wait, how long are those movies?
They're like 3 hours long. You gave me a 3 hour movie, I'd give you 3 hour movies.
You're giving 2 3-hour movies, man.
Then oh shit, I forgot what your last one was.
Train Busan.
No, I gotta go through. There was another one. Oh yeah, I gave you a Princess Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke. Uh,
Mono what? It's
Mononoke.
Mononoke. It's Mononoke.
Mononoke.
This dude says it's Mononoke, not Monoyoke.
I'm gonna be butchered that like crazy. Oh no. Hey man, do you
Hey,
want to
no,
talk?
no,
Wait,
dude.
before we end this, do you not want to talk about weapons?
I'm not staying. I'm staying away from the trailer.
I mean, how about a poster?
Oh, that poster's fucking scary. Yeah, let's talk about that poster. I have seen that poster. What the fuck are these kids doing, by the way? To be honest with you, I know what the kid. Do you think this is aliens?
I think is vampires.
Do you think it's vampires? I think it's either aliens or demonic.
I think it's
But it's so
uh
weird because this is in the same universe as Barbarian.
yeah. Wait, which movie was Jordan Peele trying to buy the rights for? It
This
was
one,
weapons. Yeah, it was this one, right? Yeah,
I remember he fired his agent for it because of it.
Exactly. It has to be good, man.
Um, of course, this is gonna be an IMAX. I'm gonna watch this thing in IMAX.
Speaking of Jordan Peele, what's your ranking? Go.
Okay, we're not doing the Jordan Peele ranking right now. We got too many rankings in this video.
Just do it, man. I mean, we talk about it. Might as well.
One's Get Out, two's Us, three's Nope.
One's Get Out, two is Us, there's Get Out. I mean, three is Nope.
But I think that's about it, guys, for this week's episode. So thank you guys for being here. If you guys want to stick around, give us a follow on the Spotify or Apple podcast if you guys are listening on there. Give us 5 stars and also download the episodes to keep with us each week. But if you guys are listening
I
or watching the
mean,
video version, hit the like button. Leave us a comment down below if you guys what you guys think about Havoc and what you guys thoughts on the Garrett Evans movies and your best Tom Hardy movies. But
yeah.
if you guys want to stick with us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification because it will tell us when we post podcast episodes, review episodes, and shorts. If you guys are wondering what we're going to be doing for the reviews episode, I will let you guys know later this week what the episode is going to be when it drops on Sunday. But guys, also follow us on social media. We're on the Cinemac Boys podcast on TikTok and Instagram. When you guys hear us next time, it will be on Sunday for our Cinemac Boys reviews. So I'll see you guys Sunday.
I'm still single looking for a girlfriend. Peace out.